As you can see, I'm back in Spain. I've been here for a couple of days. It's been great to be here after so long and to see everyone like Luna. We also have a couple of new kitties which are very cute, but I can't help but feeling that there is something missing since I got home from this recent road trip across Norway. Now a day like today, this is what I needed. I love having my screen back. It's been raining almost non-stop since I got here from Norway. I'm very warm. I was hoping to have at least one foggy day before heading back to the US, and today finally it was cold enough to make it happen, and this is the result. I'm gonna have a lot of fun this morning, I think, out here looking for photographs in these very familiar landscapes. This is not Norway, is it? This place lacks the mountains, the lakes, the fjords, the snow now in winter that Norway has. This place has none of that, but it can make up for a little bit of that with mornings like this one. It's a beautiful foggy morning, and to be honest, I missed a little bit these familiar landscapes where there is nothing iconic. I talked about iconic locations not too long ago. This is the total opposite, but that is what I guess I like. I like the hunt for something beautiful, especially on a foggy day. One of the most beautiful moments in mornings like this is when the sun starts to get through the fog. Not only it makes for beautiful photos, but it's something really magical to look at. Now, I'm not trying to make you believe that this place is better for photography than Norway, because it's obviously not. There is not much around here. There are beautiful landscapes nearby, don't get me wrong, but right here in my hometown, there is not much to photograph. But as I said, I love the search in this place that is so different from the places where I've been for the last 4 months, and I think that is the sweet spot for me, and is the variety of moving from one place to another and experiencing very different conditions, very different locations, very different landscapes, and try to find beauty in all of them. This is why I'm so grateful, why I consider myself so privileged, because not only I just spent 3+ months in Scandinavia, but now I get to be here in Spain, and very soon I'm gonna be flying to the US, where hopefully I'll be exposed to some snow in the Midwest. So a variety, a wide range of different landscapes and conditions in just the span of a few months. And I am again very thankful for being able to have all of that. It is this permanent change that makes my photography thrive, and when my photography thrives, my life thrives as well, because at this point photography and life for me, photography is my lifestyle. I made it that way because I enjoy it so much. It's brought so much joy to my life that I've decided to embrace it no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. So of course, if I'm going on a photography road trip to Norway, I'm gonna be taking photos. But if I'm here in my hometown just for a few days before heading back to the US, of course I'm gonna do photography as well. I was lucky enough to have a foggy day today, but I've been doing it these past few days as well when it was not foggy, because that's what I do. So even though I miss Norway quite a bit, actually during the first days here in Spain, I was feeling a little bit sad, almost a little bit empty inside, because I was not waking up to locations I didn't know, usually surrounded by dramatic mountains, and I was back to more familiar places. But I think that change is what makes me appreciate things more. This is beautiful as well. I was just staring at those cows. They were playing not too long ago, and I think that the fact that I have a very limited time here, I'm living in what, 3-4 days, it's going to make me miss this place as well once I leave. And that cow agrees with me. That's one of the signs that marks the way for the Camino. I did it a few years ago, or at least a tiny section of it, and I have a video, of course. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna link it there. It was a very cool experience, and one of those good things about this place that is totally worth doing. Even though these are very familiar places, I've gone out here thousands of times. I've taken thousands of photos of that tree there in the background, but there is always something new. In this case, there's a fallen tree there, and I'm just trying to make something with it. Maybe it makes for a different photo that I have never made here before. It might look like a little silly thing, but it does make a difference, because again, every day is different. Not just the landscape is different, but I as the photographer, we are different. Now I have the perspective of, you know, going to Norway for 3 or 4 months, and my perspective now is very different from my perspective from the way I was seeing things 3-4 years ago, and I don't even want to talk about 10 years ago. So now I pay attention to things that I didn't used to pay attention to. So not only the places, not only the landscapes change, but we do change as well. So that's why it's always worth not only revisiting places, but even the place where you live, the places that you see every day, is worth to keep paying attention, because they change. Things change every single day. Beautiful and simple composition. I'm just waiting for the sun to come out again. Looks brighter there than it really is here, but yeah, as I said, very simple. Those trees there on the side, they are gonna be on the left side of the frame, just a line going down, and then a little bit of space for that set of trees and bushes there that is gonna be not the subject, but there is really no subject in this photo. It's the whole thing is the subject, I guess. I think it just makes for a beautiful and very serene image if I can get the sun in the frame. It is a little bit noisy here, but anyway, the same idea as before. The group of trees pointing down, leading your eyes through the frame from the left side to the center. We don't have anything now here, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but I like the trees more here, and the sun is a little bit brighter now, so I think it still makes for a beautiful and very balanced image. I know, I like it. You know, when I quit my day job 5 years ago, when I left Oregon, I did so with the idea of becoming a full-time traveler. I'd be traveling all the time and visiting new locations all the time. I had a very big list of places I wanted to visit. I've made it to some of them, but I still have a long way to go. The funny thing is that at the time I didn't know if that idea was going to work out. In my mind there were two options. Either it was going to work out just fine, I could be just doing that for the foreseeable future, or it wouldn't work out and I would have to get another day job. But as usual, there is nothing black and white in life. So what actually happened was something in between. It worked out, but I'm not traveling as much as I thought I was going to. I spent a lot of time in my hometown, which was not part of the plan at all. I'm not just spending time here, but I'm doing a lot of photography, and I enjoy doing photography here quite a lot. If you asked me 5 years ago, I could tell you that you are crazy, but here I am 5 years later, enjoying this beautiful foggy morning and about to release a book with my work here in my hometown. I still have a lot of work to do, but hopefully I can have it ready in the next 2 to 3 months. Something I never thought I would do, and yet here we are, and ironically enough, this is because I got to travel to other locations. It was traveling to other places that made me appreciate this place more and more. Even the barking dogs in the background.